A year after Mac Miller tragically passed away from a drug overdose, GoldLink, an artist in the music scene, posted a tribute to the late rapper. However, this post didn't carry the usual warm, heartfelt sentiments. Instead, it came off as deeply disrespectful to both Mac and his legacy, especially considering Mac wasn't around to defend himself. The reaction from the internet was immediate and intense, damaging GoldLink's career to such an extent that he hasn't released new music since. To understand why GoldLink posted such a controversial message and the backlash he faced, it's important to explore his relationship with Mac Miller. GoldLink, a rapper who made waves with his debut mixtape The God Complex in 2014, began his rise to fame after collaborating with renowned producer Rick Rubin. This led to a surge of attention, and eventually, GoldLink became connected with Mac Miller. One of the most notable instances of their relationship was in 2015 when Mac Miller invited GoldLink to join his Good AM tour. This opportunity exposed GoldLink to a wider audience, many of whom were already fans of Mac's music. Mac's actions showed his support for other artists, often lifting them up and offering them platforms, and his warm demeanor won him many fans. He even baked GoldLink a cake after the tour, demonstrating their camaraderie. Mac Miller had always been known for his genuine nature, and his relationships with other artists were often public, friendly, and deeply supportive. His willingness to help others in their careers was well recognized, and GoldLink himself credited Mac for being one of the first to help him. Without Mac Miller's support, GoldLink said he wouldn't have gotten to where he was. The first person to really look my way was Pusha T, then Whale, and after that, it was Mac Miller, GoldLink acknowledged. During this time, Mac was working on his album The Divine Feminine, 2016, which marked a shift from his previous style. The album, with its smooth melodies and focus on themes of love and admiration, was a commercial success, debuting at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and featuring hits like Dang. That went platinum. However, GoldLink would later reveal that he had an issue with the album, one that would remain hidden for years. GoldLink's own career was steadily progressing. In 2017, he released At What Cost, which garnered success and featured artists like Steve Lacy and Kaytranada. The mixtape peaked at number 127 on the Billboard 200 and included the song Crew, which went on to become a massive hit, eventually being certified 7 times platinum. But everything changed when Mac Miller passed away on September 7, 2018, from a drug overdose. The news devastated the music community, and Mac's streams surged by 970%, with countless tributes pouring in from fans and celebrities alike, showcasing the profound impact he had on those who knew him. GoldLink, who had been deeply affected by Mac's death, publicly acknowledged the influence Mac had on his career, thanking him for believing in him when no one else did. However, just over a year later, GoldLink posted an Instagram message that stunned his followers. The tribute was far from respectful. He began by stating that he wasn't surprised by Mac's death, not out of malice, but because Mac had been special, which in GoldLink's eyes meant troubled. This opening line immediately raised eyebrows. Then, things took a darker turn. GoldLink continued, expressing that their relationship had always been rocky, particularly after GoldLink shared his album with Mac during the Good AM tour. GoldLink claimed that Mac had been overly focused on his own music and, at times, even adopted styles from other artists, including GoldLink, as a tribute to those he admired. GoldLink's post suggested that The Divine Feminine was heavily influenced by his own After That We Didn't Talk album, which Mac had supported and praised. GoldLink even claimed that Mac had distanced himself from him after the tour, and a close mutual friend eventually told GoldLink that Mac had made a point of offering him a verse if he ever needed it. Despite this, GoldLink admitted to feeling betrayed and bitter, and when they crossed paths at Coachella, he was disappointed by Mac's distant behavior. GoldLink's post took a particularly controversial turn when he referred to Mac's success, including the Divine Feminine album plaque, which he had seen at Mac's house just days before his passing. The post, which mixed praise with resentment, was widely criticized. GoldLink seemed to take credit for Mac Miller's achievements, positioning himself as a key figure in Mac's success while simultaneously accusing Mac of stealing his ideas. This event occurred 3 years after the album's release and a year after Mac Miller's passing, leaving him unable to respond to the claims. The timing and nature of the accusations seemed fueled by envy, unchecked anger, and disdain for another individual's achievements. If Mac Miller hadn't been the celebrated figure he was, it's doubtful GoldLink would have been so profoundly bothered. It paints a picture of someone using another's tragic passing as a platform to elevate themselves, a move that felt more self-serving than sincere. GoldLink implied in the same breath that he forgave Mac while simultaneously suggesting that he was the foundation for Mac's success, which left many questioning the true intent behind his words. Notably, Mac Miller had introduced GoldLink to a broader audience. Many of GoldLink's supporters were initially fans of Mac, making his comments even more controversial. To amplify the sting, GoldLink used a photo for what might have been Mac's final photo shoot, reigniting pain among Mac's admirers over a year after his untimely death. The rationale behind such a decision baffled fans and friends alike. GoldLink claimed Mac emulated his style based on a single collaboration, but then tried to frame his comments as admiration. This contradiction left many calling him out. Anderson .Paak, a close friend and collaborator of Mac Miller, was among the many who voiced their outrage. In a public response, he questioned GoldLink's motives, saying it was incomprehensible to make such a disrespectful and baseless post about someone who could no longer defend themselves. He emphasized how Mac had always supported GoldLink's career, even taking him on tour and introducing him to his fan base. Anderson further pointed out the absurdity of framing Mac's celebrated work as derivative of GoldLink's when the evidence of Mac's unique artistry was irrefutable. Vince Staples added to the defense, recalling how Mac refused to take royalties from their joint projects, asking only for an S-Class Benz if they became wildly successful. This selfless gesture was a testament to Mac's generosity and further disproved GoldLink's accusations. Fans were equally outraged, noting that GoldLink's claims were not just unfounded, but also came across as a betrayal of Mac's goodwill. In a public attempt to address the backlash, GoldLink claimed his post was rooted in love and not about accusations of theft. However, his explanation fell flat. Fans and critics alike found his reasoning insincere, particularly when he doubled down on controversial comments in subsequent posts. GoldLink later dismissed the outrage as a misguided attempt to cancel him, further alienating his audience. His dismissive tone and attempts to justify his actions only deepened the resentment. As the controversy grew, GoldLink began to retreat from the public eye. The pandemic and a lackluster album release compounded his declining career trajectory. Despite sporadic attempts to re-engage, including cryptic social media posts and minor interviews, his standing in the music industry seemed irreparably damaged. His lack of mainstream attention and poor album performance underscored the long-lasting impact of his comments on Mac Miller. Years later, GoldLink resurfaced with a changed appearance and an apparent attempt at a fresh start. However, the shadow of his past actions continues to linger, and it's unclear if he'll ever fully recover from the fallout. GoldLink's story serves as a powerful reminder of how words can shape destinies, for better or worse. The fallout from his tribute to Mac Miller left a lasting impact, not just on his career, but also on the way fans remember their relationship. What do you think about GoldLink's actions and the reactions they sparked? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the stories behind the music.